On a bleak wintry morning some years ago, I was summoned to the office of our naval attaché at the American Embassy in Kabul. Captain Verbruggen looked at me with an air of frustration and growled, "Damn it all, Miller. 2 weeks ago the ambassador ordered you to settle this mess about the saddle shoes. Last night the Afghanistan government made another protest, this time official. I want you by 3 o'clock this afternoon to hand me—" I interrupted to report, "Sir, a much more serious matter has come up. Last night a dispatch arrived. I've assembled the data for you." I shoved before him a leather portfolio jammed with papers. Across the face of the portfolio was stamped the gold inscription, "For the Ambassador." And since our embassy owned only 2 such folders, what went into them was apt to be important. "Can't it wait till the ambassador gets back from Hong Kong?" Captain Verbruggen asked hopefully. For even though he was our acting ambassador, he preferred to temporize. I disappointed him. "It's got to be handled now." "What's it deal with?" he asked, for he was a self-made man who disliked reading. Carefully folding back the leather cover, I pointed to a cable from Washington. "Senior Senator from Pennsylvania demands an answer immediately." Verbruggen, a rugged, bald-headed man in his 60s, snapped to attention, as if the senator from Pennsylvania had entered the room. "What's he want?" He still refused to do any unnecessary reading. "The Jaspar girl," I said. With a disgusted reflex, Verbruggen slammed shut the portfolio. "For 17 months, he complained, this embassy has been plagued by the Jaspar girl. I'm here to help a nation climb out of the Dark Ages, and that's the job I'm trying to do. But I'm pestered with saddle shoes and Jaspar idiots. There's nothing more I can think of to do on this case," he concluded firmly, shoving the papers to me. But I forced the papers back to his side of the desk. "You've got to read the dispatch," I warned. Gingerly, he lifted the leather cover and peeked at the peremptory message from Washington. When he saw that even the Secretary of State had involved himself in the matter, he snapped to attention and pulled the paper before him. Slowly, he read aloud, "It is imperative that I be able to supply the senior senator from Pennsylvania with full details regarding the whereabouts and condition of Ellen Jaspar. All previous reports from your embassy are judged inadequate and unacceptable. If necessary, detail your best men to this problem, as it involves many collateral considerations. Am I correct in remembering that Mark Miller speaks the native language? If so, consider assigning him to this project at once and have him report promptly, sparing no effort." Captain Verbruggen leaned back, blew air from puffed-up cheeks, and once again shoved the folder to me. "Looks like it's been taken out of my hands," he said with relief. "Better get to work, son." I lifted the portfolio from his desk and said, "I have been working, sir, ever since I arrived." "In a very desultory way," he suggested pleasantly. My boss could never forego the obvious, which was why he was stuck off in Afghanistan, one of the most inconspicuous nations on earth. In 1946, it was just emerging from the Bronze Age, a land incredibly old, incredibly tied to an ancient past. At the embassy, we used to say, "Kabul today shows what Palestine was like at the time of Jesus." In many ways, our attaché was an ideal man for Afghanistan, for he too was only just emerging from his own Bronze Age. Yet I liked him. He was a rough, wily businessman who had made a minor fortune in the used car racket and a place for himself in the Democratic Party in Minnesota. 4 times he had helped elect Franklin D. Roosevelt, and although I was a strong Republican, I respected Verbruggen's tested loyalty. He had given the Democrats some $60,000, and they had given him Afghanistan.